Organizing people is not my first love or my first gift. I love to lead worship, and I love to offer spiritual support, to pray with people, to connect with people on a spiritual and personal level. And organizational things wear me down. So, and I think most of the people that I work with could tell you that. One of the challenges is that I live in the Bay Area, and I think the culture of the Bay Area here is extremely busy. And of course, everyone's busy everywhere, but that has been a special challenge, I think, for us here. People generally are really unable to commit to multiple meetings during the course of a month or a week sometimes. And especially working with artists, a lot of times their evening schedules get all filled up, and of course they have day jobs too. So I think scheduling meetings with artistic people is like herding cats, you know. It's a difficult thing, but we have managed to pull it off, you know, once a year, maybe twice a year, when we get a good critical mass of our artistic gifted people and organizational people that are involved in our services together, and that's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful thing, but we really have needed something more in terms of organizational synergy. We've networked with some of the other churches in the area, and a lot of those churches are not Adventist. For example, there's a Sunday church in the Bay Area called Church on the Hill, and one of their worship leaders we've become really good friends with, and he told me about this worship software called Planning Center Online.
The Planning Center has just been really wonderful in that it's simplified the process for a lot of us. Because before it was a lot of shooting emails around, giving people phone calls, which is fine, but it takes a certain extra level of effort and coordination to try and do that. And this way, with the planning centers, you can schedule people on there. As soon as you schedule an individual for a service element, whether it's a worship team or children's story or special music, it shoots them an email automatically that requests them to either confirm or deny participating in that service on that day. And then as soon as they confirm or deny, it sends a reply message back to the person who's in charge of the service.
You know, with this software, everything is in one place, and including your themes and your songs and your MP3s and your charts, and you can even if you use the Song Select package, which is another upgrade with Song Select, which a lot of churches are using for their lyrics download, etc. You can actually create your own charts and change the keys and put them in the keys that you want, and then you can interface that with your planning software, and people can just get right on there and download the song that they're doing and come to rehearsal prepared.
One of the advantages, I would say, for pastors using this program is that oftentimes they get forgotten to be told details of what's going on. Basically, you know, you're doing the sermon, that's it. So this is a central point where they can check in and make sure that they know what's going on. And it's really nice if they see something that's just not going to work with their message, they can let us know.
Instead of having, for example, myself as the person who is the center of communication, I can allow the worship software to be the center of communication on a lot of aspects. So just like Jethro and Moses in the Old Testament, you know, when Jethro came to Moses, I think it was Jethro, and said, you know, you're not doing the right thing. You're spending too much time taking care of all these little things.
This is a very easy way to get organized and to make it easy being organized. It's not very difficult to implement. It's also great for those churches who are already organized in the fact that it's going to save you even more time, and it's really going to make communication between all the participants that much easier.
No matter what kind of worship services you're doing, even if you're just a traditional church or a single service church, the more people you have involved, the more benefit it will be to have something like this.